How's your spirit? So, guess who is up and out early and as hot as it is on a sun morning? So, it's already approximately 85 to 90 degrees out here. That's the first thing. Second thing, I went to the doctor today and my blood pressure is at an amazing level. It was 130 over 83. And that's super fantastic because about 2 weeks ago, maybe a week and a half or so, it was 220 something, 100 and teens. So we need to do the right thing by Janine. And I'm doing that now. Technically, I really don't need to be out walking in this heat. Hey, Sister NH, how's your spirit, my love? Yet, there's something we really need to discuss. Now, I'm making sure to have this conversation off property because they can't tell me what to do either way, to be honest, right? It's my voice, my phone, my power. Please recognize that they will take and confiscate your phone from you because of what they think they're entitled to do. So we're going to talk about culture and freedom in the Black community. My spirit is fantastic, Sister NH. I mean, despite all things, this journey has already been amazing. More importantly, my father works in mysterious ways. And when I say karma is a beast, karma will get you when you least expect it. Woman today jumped in line in front of everybody who had been waiting in the med line, right? Talking that smack. She even lied about what she was doing. Oh, I got to go be in the kitchen. Oh, I'm helping this man. You know what happened? She ended up having to be behind me. And I looked her dead in the face. Pimpin', I told you was lying out here. What we don't do is that type of shit, right? So, let's talk about the difference between cussing and cursing before we move further in this dialogue. So, people collectively cuss often. F this, be that, those things. Hey, Von Eric, how's your spirit? I am absolutely fantastic. Honestly, like even with the sun beaming down on me right now, I don't even really sure that I feel it. I mean, the back of my neck does. So let me pull my shirt up before I become a redneck out here. Y'all know that's where the term came from, right? The crackabillies would be out in the sun and they get a redneck. That's how they became rednecks. Ain't that hard? Not that difficult, is what I should say. Flag on the play. So, anyway, we have these terminologies and understandings that between us, they're either colloquial or cultural. It's a part of what we recognize on a regular basis as common communication. Now, this is supposedly the gospel rescue mission where Christians are coming together to help other people achieve their healing, right? All praise is due to the Most High at all times, Brother Von Eric. I appreciate you. So, that's one of those things, right? The culture, freedom, and understanding of a Muslim is different from that of a Christian. The Muslim allows the Christian to have their rights and freedoms. It does come with a tax. Or you can become a Muslim, join the community, become a part of a family even. The Christian does not do that. The true Christian seeks to conquer the next man. That has been the law and the lay of the land for a very long time out here. Yet, this particular facility claims anyone is welcome. Claims that they will meet your needs while you meet their requirements and come to know God. Apparently in the form of Jesus Christ. However, I am JC. I stand 10 toes down on that. Secondly, I know my Father. He walks with me every day. And the things that they are doing inside of that facility, it's not okay with him, not okay with me, not okay with the Christian, the Muslim, the true one, that is. Okay? So, here is the lay of the land. They're poisoning people in there. Not just spiritually, it's a whole coven up in there. Year, they're running that shit from the inside, from the bottom. Okay? Number two, when I say poisoning, a gentleman yesterday got food poisoning. I told you before, strep throat, COVID, and pneumonia are already running through the facility. As you can hear, I continue to remain congested. Why? My room is like a fucking tomb. Okay? No sunlight, front or back. AC blowing hard as it can be. And believe me, I'm not the only one who feels it or sees it. So, someone spoke on it. Yeah, food poisoning, right? Someone spoke on what they were witnessing in their kitchen. A woman dropped bread in the trash can. Took her nasty ass hand, stuck it in the trash can, got the bread out, put the bread on the bread slicer. To this day, the bread slicer has not been cleaned, and that was Friday. It's too late. Someone apparently has already called the health department, so we'll see what happens. Yet, let's recognize just how nasty that one thing alone is. I put my fingerprints on a table one day, and I sat there 2 more days, every chance I could. You know what happened? My fingerprints were still present. These people are untrained. You've got one executive chef, one so-called sous chef, who we don't know whether or not he has a culinary degree or he's just a regular old cook somewhere. No offense to the regular old cooks out there, but when it comes to managing the health and well-being of a community, you need a trained individual for that. Here's the irony of it. The gentleman who brought it to the attention of a staff member and the community around him, number one, they've exited him today. For what? Cussing, of all things. Of all things, his foul language. You know what's foul? Is serving people old food, rancid stuff. You know what's foul? Is claiming to be a people of God and using craft and spell in order to hide your business. What's foul is thinking that the people aren't going to recognize, even if they do, they won't say anything. You want to know why you don't think they'll say anything? They think they won't say anything because these people supposedly need this institution. They need to be here. As I've told people before, you don't. You can walk out at any time and tell your story. You're choosing to stay, so yes, you have to meet certain rules. However, when they use those rules inequitably, unequally, because believe me, there is a whole funky fat coven up in there. It's like a bunch of pigs rutting up in that bitch. That's why they serve you slop and don't think anything about it. They smell. They have foul language. They are rubbing on each other all the time. But if black folks come together, even just to say, here, let me show you how to do your hair or help you with a thing, we are the motherfucking problem out here. How can that be? How can that be? When we in church, well, not me. I'm a walking, talking church, so what I'm not going to do is go up in that chapel and do anything besides tell you the truth about who and what you are and the community around you. You see, the brother that's getting exited, he was already exited today. He's a 5%er. Now, you know, the government, anytime black folks come together as a collective and it's not civil rights, they want to call it a gang. So the 5% nation of gods and earth is considered a gang inside of the government, has been since my husband joined the military. I still have an earth and an ankh on my ankle because we 3 represent life out this piece. Combined total, I am the earth, no matter how you see it. I am God's daughter in all of her glory and form. You recognize me on sight. I've never once asked anyone to bend the knee. That is not what I need. But these people get on their knees and pray all the damn time to a demon out here. The culture of man, not the culture of the Most High. So when you come together to communicate about those things, knowledge, wisdom, understanding, culture, freedom, power, and refinement, they make you get to that point where you got to choose between evil and living your truth. Unfortunately, not everyone has the ability to communicate and stand on that thing. I'm different out this piece. You see, I suppose it was man or the government or both who wanted me to forget that I'd already been investigated by the FBI behind Darrell Long and his shit. Now, mind you, I can't say that he did anything wrong when it comes to the situation with him and his daughter's mother. However, because I'm communicating with you on the internet does not give anybody the right to investigate me. I didn't give away my freedoms. I don't give a damn what the Patriot Act says. I can go damn what the paper in there says. Right, Von Eric, we all have a few family members, friends, associates who are a part of the 5% Nation, who are a part of the Crips and Bloods and whatever it is. You see, the documentation of each one of those organizations is about bringing folks together under the guise of family, community, pooling resources. This is what they do not want. This is what they do not want, along with not wanting... I know the fuck you don't. Along with not wanting the Black family to be able to speak to other families. Okay, you can run your mouth amongst yourselves. Maybe you can even organize and start a little community center. Nah, I lie. You can organize and start a bike club. You can organize and become a fan base for another MFer. What you cannot do is organize and to be able to capitalize on the organization, create a movement, become powerful politically, and speak truth to all of it daily. Should you do that, you are a threat to man. You're a threat to the government. It does not matter that you are the common man. It does not matter that you have lived this experience, you have walked this walk, you can talk this talk, you can do this dance time and time again. In fact, they find that to be a problem. So they say, we honor your decision to exit. Now we're talking about cursing out here. How soon do you want someone to learn to change their language? Let's talk about it. There's a young woman in there of Asian descent. I can't tell you her specific nationality or ethnicity. What I can say is she has a problem communicating. Apparently, you can take the money from the government to assist her, yet you can't bring in someone to assist her in communicating correctly. So she's in and out of the facility time and time again. She's ready to leave. Do you know today there's a heat advisory? Between 105 degrees and 117 degrees, you could be out here for 20 minutes and die of heat stroke. Yet, they're gonna tell you, you can't be in your room from 8 to 4. You can't sit in that beautiful commons looking at that big ass TV or work on anything. Because why? We're still waiting on an answer to that one. It's the rules. Why is that the rule? Can't ask why, because then they'll be honoring your decision to exit the program. You said, hey JP, I sent you an email I got from your channel, wanted to know. Okay. I hope you send it to the heal.janine@gmail.com. Because I haven't been in the JP, the Aspiring Matriarch one for a while, so it may not let me in. If you can forward it to heal.janine@gmail.com, I think that's what's on my YouTube, that would be great. But I'll check it out, Von Eric, when I get a chance to sit down. So you've got this young Asian woman, yet both myself and the gentleman that they exited this morning are able to communicate with her and her child with a fair bit of ease. That's a problem for these people. It's a problem for these people that I can speak to white women and men and agree that there's a coven at GRM and agree that there is a problem. And it's not us. We, however, are the solution. Right now, as I'm walking up here, I also remember that where I'm going is the health department. Perhaps I'll take my time and go sit down and talk to them. You see, here's one of those things, right? I am not my situation. So, I am a trained culinarian. These people are attempting to serve 215 and they're giving them cooties consistently. I worked at a high school serving 680 students plus staff. This was never an issue. So you tell me what's going on. What's happening in this community? Why is it tainted? And who has done it? I'll tell you another thing that I don't understand. It drives me. You see, these people are more interested. Oh, hold on. Yeah, my phone's getting hot. So we're going to stand in the shade for a bit because right now I'm just making a stop at one place and going to another. Okay, so Matriarch, it's HILL.JENEEN@gmail.com. That's the best email to make sure that I get it in a timely manner. Ooh. It is exceptionally warm out here. So my device is exceptionally hot and trying to die on me. I don't want it to die before I at least get inside of this building. So you've exited this